Good evening, everyone. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime, and we are going to be talking about laws and are they too lenient for violent offenders? So that's the topic for tonight. But before we get into that, first I would like to take a moment to say thank you for all the support I've gotten on this channel for the last 18 months. We're getting on almost 2 years, and we keep growing here. So, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for checking me out. And if you have been here before and you're back, welcome back. But if you've not subscribed and you're back, subscribe, please. So, and those of you that are new, don't know what I'm talking about, I talk about crime. Some of it is legal mumbo jumbo, some of it is historical, some of it is new, some of it's old. It's take your pick. I talk about crime. Mostly about a lot of missing people too. So we're gonna go one by one and talk about a few things. Now, that's been something that has been talked about a lot here lately, and that has been people getting killed and the people that they catch for said murders are people that have been repeat offenders. Like they have committed some type of heinous murder or attempted murder, something along the lines where they probably should not have been allowed back on the streets around normal people. So, let me remove that one. But you know, that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. So let's get to the first one. Yeah, she popped up on state on here. This is Dakar Thompson. It's a little bit more of a recent one. She went missing about a month ago, and she was found in Maryland in a river off a bridge. And she had been missing for approximately maybe 2 weeks when this happened. And then we come to find out that the person responsible is this guy right here. And when you look up his credentials, you find out that he has a sex offender past. And he is also in the country illegally, and he's lying about his age. I mean, there's so much we can go on about him. But he is somebody that if the proper checks were put into place, he should not have even been here to hurt this young woman, but he did. So that's just one of the first of many that we'll talk about tonight. Then we've got the case that really kind of set the bar here, the case of Irina Zarutska and DeCarlos Brown Jr. Now, for those of you who may not remember or may not know, the blonde woman is a Ukrainian immigrant who was stabbed in the neck on a subway in Charlotte, and that didn't happen that long ago. The gentleman in the picture below hers is DeCarlos Brown Jr., who was caught on video stabbing her in the neck. Um, she didn't do anything. She didn't talk to him. He just stood up and just stabbed her in the neck, and she died. Now we come to find out with him, he had been arrested. Oh goodness, let me pull up my information on the iPad. Give me one second. Let's see. Well, I mean, he's got some pending charges now. And let's see, right now, as it stands, he is being charged with murder. So, and this was August 22nd when he stabbed Arina Shadruska. And he's also being charged with misuse of the 911 system. Not quite sure how they charge him with that. Then we have one in 2021 where he was oh, that's a bond forfeiture. We don't want that one. Let's see. 2014, possession of a firearm by a felon, robbery with a dangerous weapon, felony conspiracy. Let's see. Looks like they were consolidating some stuff on that one. But we can go on and on and on. I mean, he's had, let's see, that's 16 there. Yeah, he's had roughly like 30 cases where it's been something of a violent case or just repeat. I mean, he's got severe mental issues. So I advocate for the fact that he probably should not have ever been out on the street to begin with, simply because he will not take his medication. I mean, you've got somebody of that type of schizophrenic level that are not willing to be compliant, that's a problem. And then what happens is now you've got a dead woman because some guy didn't want to take his meds. 0% chance. Now, I do wanna invite people, if anybody is watching this and they wanna call in and ask a question or whatever, I have a number you can call in on. It's, 336-791-1125. So feel free to call in, leave a comment, ask a question, you know, do that. So we can do that because this is, try to get some call-ins here. But in DeCarlos Brown Jr.'s case, the system failed him. He is somebody who should have been not so much locked up, but definitely institutionalized because of his issues, and they never did. So now he has committed murder. Now, forget the fact that all the times he had a firearm, he was committing a robbery, he was doing things where it could have killed someone. Now he actually has killed someone, and now this man will most likely get the death penalty because of what has happened. So the system failed him, and the system failed Irina Zaruska as well. Now, let's get back to this wonderful person. This is Amisha Johnson. Amisha Johnson, who just pled guilty to felony child abuse. She is the lovely woman. Let me see if I can find the picture here. She is the lovely woman who did this to this child. Let me find it. So I did a video on her not that long ago. Not that long ago. Yeah, that right there. That is little Sky. Sky was held down in water and got third-degree burns on both of his feet and legs. And this woman did nothing. This woman right here did nothing to help him. Did nothing. So all they gave her was 24 months probation for felony child abuse, where this kid was gonna have to get, skin grafts and probably physical therapy, and probably would be dealing with chronic pain for the rest of his life because of what she did. But she got 23 months in probation, no jail time whatsoever. Let's make that make sense. And when I looked into the, statute, there really is no tough laws on child abuse. There really isn't. She would have darn near had to kill him to get any actual time. So, yeah, there's that. Now let's get to the story of where did she go? Let me remove this one. Let's get to Promise Quick. Now, this guy here, well, actually, let me find Promise's picture, and we'll put her up here real quick so you guys can see who I'm talking about. No, no, no. I just talked about her case not that long ago, and it was very upsetting, let me tell you. Um, nope, not in this thing. Okay, so anyway, Promise Quick is a 15-year-old girl that was shot dead while she was dog sitting in McLeansville, North Carolina, which is like a little small suburb of like Greensboro. It's like north of here. I think it's north of here. I'm really bad with my directions. So when I say up, it's usually we're down. It's just one of those things. Anyway, this guy was one of the few. There was two men involved. He was arrested and charged with murder. And his little friend who was charged as an accessory after the fact. I don't have his picture, but this is Carell. Let me find it. Give me 1 second here. Carell Tyshawn Harrington. Yep, this guy right here. Now, we talk about perpetrators, and this is this person here who had recently been charged with attempted let's see, possession of a dangerous weapon with the intent to kill. He'd been charged with that. And he was out on bond for that, had not gone to court for that, and then goes and kills this kid. How much sense does that make? My thing is if you have been charged with attempted murder or possession of a dangerous weapon with the intent to kill or anything like that, keep your ass locked up. Because, I mean, there is no reason why you need to be out around other people to get a chance to kill somebody else because this is what he's done. Now, he'll most likely get life in prison or whatever, but the point is he already had a demonstrated history of violent crimes. So not only did they let him out, he went and killed someone while out. Make that make sense. I don't get that at all. And then we've got this lovely man, Jay Caro. Who remembers Jay Caro? Raise your hand. Jay Caro. So this is the father of Emmanuel Harrow, the 7-month-old baby in was it Yesenia, Yucaipa in Yucaipa, California, that we still have not found his body. His body still has not been recovered. This man right here, a few years before, had already been tried and convicted for severe child abuse. And guess who he did that to? He did that to his own daughter, who was at the time 8 to 10 weeks old. He hurt that baby so bad. I believe she is now 7 years old. She can't talk, she can't see, she can't walk, she eats through a tube. She has severe, severe mental and intellectual disabilities and needs 24/7 care, all because of this man right here. And he got probation. And his stupid lawyer was like, "Oh, I got my client off, blah, 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 blah." Yeah, dude, you got this guy off, and now he's went and killed somebody. This guy right here. Like I said, make it make sense. Why are these people walking away with not like with a slap on the wrist after committing these heinous, heinous crimes? Why is this happening? Why are they given a shot? Like if they didn't kill the first person but came pretty close, but they get let out, why are we letting them get a second chance to kill somebody? Make that make sense. I would love to know what's going on here. I would love to know. Just let me know what you all think because this is absolutely ridiculous. You know? And then we have our final case we're going to talk about that kind of proves my point. This is Logan Frederica. She was a college student here in North Carolina that was robbed at gunpoint and executed by the gentleman next to her. Now, I do not know his name. I have to look him up. But from what I understand, he had 39 crimes under his belt, 25 of them felonies. So make that make sense. Why was he allowed out to go do what he did? He was a career burglar, robber, whatever you want to call it. And now this pretty young girl is now dead because this guy was let out. I don't have well, here's my answer. If you've committed a violent crime, you're accused of committing a violent crime, and you've already been convicted of a violent crime in the previous time, I don't think you deserve bond. I think you deserve to keep your butt in jail until you go to court. That's what I think. But tell me if you all think I'm talking out the side of my neck because there's no way on earth any of that should be happening. None of it at all. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like everyone wants to blame the Democrats and then everyone else wants to blame the Republicans. I don't know who to blame, to be honest with you. Because and people want to blame the judges. The thing is, the judges only have so much power. So really, at the end of the day, we have to go look at our lawmakers. It would be our congressmen or senators. They're the ones who put these laws into effect. They vote on this, they discuss this, and this is what happens. But I truly believe the legal limits need to change. I think anybody with a violent offense needs to be kept behind bars until they're court cases heard out. And I think if you have been convicted of violent offense and you're let on probation or you've done your time and you're out, and you commit a second crime that is also violent, I think you need to stay behind bars, also get no bond, you know? And I think they need to keep them locked up a lot longer. I think if you don't get life the first time around, you should definitely get it the second time around, because obviously you didn't learn your lesson from the first one. That's just my thoughts. Maybe I'm too harsh, I don't know, but this is insane. I'm sorry. Every time I turn on the news, I get these constant up notifications throughout the day, like, this person found, that person found, this person's dead, that person's dead. It's like, what the heck is going on? And then I find out, well, they were killed by this person who was never locked up or was let loose by a technicality and stuff. And like I said, I don't want to blame one political party over another, however, lawmakers in general, I believe, are to blame. That is how I feel. I do believe they are to blame. So, like I said, give me your thoughts, give me your feedback. I would love to know it because these things should not be happening. These things should not be happening. Um, on another brief note, before I hop off here, because we do have some missing people I do want to cover really quick. Take these away. Sorry, let's see here. So we have a missing teen. This one is Angel Mayo, been missing since July of this year and last seen in Siler City, which is another town a little bit not too far from here. 17 years old. So if you see her, please keep an eye out and let the police know if you've seen her because she has been missing now going on at least 2 months now. So let's add another one. Let's see. We've got another one that just came across my desk and I get a lot of messages, so if I don't get to whoever you sent me, I apologize. I get a lot of messages. This one is Camaria Savannah Dixon. She's 14. She is 6 feet tall and weighs 100 pounds. That is a very tall, very thin woman. Um, Black hair, brown eyes. And the descriptions we have to go with that. Okay. So she has been missing since doesn't give me a time when she went missing. But she was last seen near the 6,000 block of Ferry View Lane in Louisville. Now she's 14. Again, she's 6 feet tall, weighs about 100 pounds. Last seen wearing gray shorts, a black t shirt, and black house shoes, and a gray and red bonnet. And if anybody has any idea where she is, please contact the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office immediately and the number is posted right there. So you have all of that. So we have these cases here. We have Angel Mayo and Kamaria. I'm hoping that I'm saying that right. Is it Kamaria? I'm not sure. Dixon. And if you see them, please contact the authorities. So, all right, everybody. I am going to hop off here. I'm sure I'll have something else to complain about later. But right now, we have got too many criminals that have committed massively bad crimes that are now back out on the streets committing more massively bad crimes. And this has got to end because I'm even afraid to be walking around at night or anywhere, to be honest with you. So, like I said, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm being way too, I don't know, conservative. Call me crazy, whatever. But I really do think the laws are way too damn lenient and they need to be fixed. So, but let me know. Drop me a comment and whatnot. So this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. I'm going to hop off here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And then you can do it on Facebook, you can do it here on YouTube, and I also have a TikTok and I also have an Instagram. So have at it. Otherwise, everybody have a great night. And if you want to donate, up here in the corner with a little QR code, you can donate to my Cash App so I can keep doing these videos and pay for my luxury virtual reality. Gotta like that, right? Fun. Anyway, get that out of the way. But anyway, um, as I always say, be weird, be rude, be safe, keep your head on a swivel, and take care of yourselves, everyone. And good night. And I will be back when I have more to talk about. Bye.